In today's video, let's get to know about the myth of intelligence and success. In today's fast-paced world, we often fall into the trap of believing that intelligence alone is the key to success. We look at successful people, entrepreneurs, leaders, innovators, and assume they must be smarter than everyone else. We convince ourselves that brilliance, genius, or some extraordinary talent is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful. But this is one of the greatest myths of our time. The reality is, while intelligence can play a role, it is far from being the most important factor in achieving greatness. Countless individuals with above-average IQs never reach their potential, while many who achieve massive success aren't the smartest in the room. So what is the secret? What's the real ingredient to success? It's not intelligence, it's discipline. Discipline is the ability to push through discomfort, to stay consistent, and to keep moving forward when most people give up. It's the trait that allows ordinary people to achieve extraordinary things. Discipline outlasts talent. It outworks intelligence. And when honed, it becomes the cornerstone of every success story. You don't need to be smarter than the person next to you. You just need to be more disciplined. Let's explore why discipline is the ultimate game changer in the pursuit of success and how you can cultivate it in your own life. The power of consistency. Success, in its simplest form, is the result of consistently doing the right things over time. But here's the catch. Most people aren't willing to stick to the process long enough to see results. Why? Because consistency requires discipline. And discipline, unlike intelligence, is hard to develop. It requires daily effort, especially when you don't feel like showing up. Think about it. No one becomes fit by going to the gym once a month. You don't become a successful entrepreneur by working on your business idea for a weekend and then abandoning it. Real success happens when you're willing to show up and put in the work day after day, even when motivation fades. Consistency compounds over time. The small actions you take today may seem insignificant, but over weeks, months, and years, they add up to massive results. Discipline is what keeps you on the path long enough for this compounding effect to take place. But why is it so hard to stay consistent? The truth is, we live in a world that celebrates instant gratification. We're bombarded with quick fixes, overnight success stories, and shortcuts. It's easy to lose sight of the long game when we're conditioned to expect immediate results. Discipline, however, teaches us to trust the process, even when we can't see the outcome yet. So, how do you become more consistent? By understanding that it's not about being perfect every day. It's about showing up even on the days when you don't feel like it. It's about creating habits that align with your goals and sticking to them, no matter how challenging the journey becomes. Let's take a look at a few examples of how discipline and consistency have played a pivotal role in success stories. Michael Jordan, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, Jordan wasn't just a natural talent. What set him apart was his relentless work ethic. While others celebrated victories, he was back on the court, perfecting his shot. He famously said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." J.K. Rowling. Before her success with the Harry Potter series, Rowling faced countless rejections from publishers. She wasn't the smartest or the most connected author out there, but she was disciplined. She kept writing, kept submitting, and eventually, her persistence paid off. Today, she's one of the most successful authors of all time. In both of these cases, discipline was the deciding factor. They didn't rely on luck or brilliance. They relied on their ability to stay consistent, to show up, and to push through setbacks. Overcoming procrastination. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of discipline. It's the habit of delaying what you know needs to be done. We all do it. Whether it's putting off an important project, delaying a workout, or avoiding a difficult conversation, procrastination can rob us of our potential. Why do we procrastinate? Often, it's because we're overwhelmed by the task at hand. We tell ourselves that we'll do it later when we feel more prepared or when the timing is better. But the truth is, there will never be a perfect time. There will never be a moment when everything aligns perfectly and you're ready to take on the challenge. Waiting for that moment is an excuse to stay stuck. The antidote to procrastination is action, and this is where discipline comes into play. Discipline doesn't give you the luxury of waiting for the right moment. it teaches you to start now, even if you're not ready, even if you're scared, and even if you don't have all the answers. To overcome procrastination, break the task down into smaller, manageable steps. Instead of focusing on the overwhelming big picture, ask yourself, what's one thing I can do right now to move forward? Once you take that first step, the momentum will build and it will become easier to keep going. Let's conclude the path to greatness. Success isn't reserved for the smartest or the most talented, it's reserved for those who are willing to be disciplined. It's not about what you know, but about how consistently you apply what you know. It's about showing up day after day, doing the hard work, and staying focused on your goals. When you embrace discipline, you unlock the true potential within yourself. You no longer rely on fleeting motivation or luck. Instead, you become the architect of your own success, building it step by step through consistent effort.